So, good afternoon everyone, welcome to Ada Model Car Club. We're just waiting for our finals to start here. This is round number 2, the MB Models King of Clubs. We've got, I think, 11 final races for you today, starting here with the B final in the Tamiya Junior E. We've got Matthew in pole position, we've got Hannah in second, Oliver Han in third, Benjamin 4 and Riley car number 5, the red car at the back. So the white car at the front there, that's Matthew, the blue car is Hannah, the Red Bull car is Oliver, then we've got Benjamin and Riley. 10 seconds. Oh, and a bit of a slippery start, but it's the white car that's away. Here you go. Thank you very much. So Matthew's away well into the infield and building a lead already. That's Oliver, I think, in the Red Bull car who's giving chase. Oh, blue car, that's Riley. She's off on a bit of an expedition there. As you can see, it's been raining all afternoon here at Ada. Real shame. We had a beautiful day yesterday, barbecuing and camping out, everybody. Loads and loads of fun. The tug of war apparently officially ended in a draw, but I think Team A won, to be honest. But then today it's been fairly steady drizzly rain all day. Very difficult conditions for experienced drivers, let alone the Tamiya Junior E drivers, but frankly they've been coping brilliantly, and you can see that as they're out on the track. Matthew driving very well. I want this to come down a little bit. How do I do that? I'll do it from down there. No, not today. He's not very well, Pete. What car is that blue car there? That's Hannah, isn't it? So we're just following Hannah around here for a couple of minutes. Thank you, Frank, for the feedback. So, 3.5 minutes gone. It's Matthew from Oliver, Hannah, Benjamin and Riley. Matthew's got a fairly comfortable lead at the moment. It's driving very smoothly, very well. That's Matthew that Stu's following around just at the minute. What a good save, Matthew. Off onto two wheels there. This is what happens with these cars in the wet. They slide and then suddenly grip, and you find the car being thrown up onto two wheels. Oh, and he's over. That's Matthew, I think, who's flipped over. Well done, Marshall. So 5 minutes is up. This is the last lap. Matthew coming around in the infield. This is a good victory for Matthew. And over the line. Well done, Matthew, taking the win. That's that race finished. So that was a win for Matthew from Hannah, Oliver, Benjamin and Riley. If you look at the peaking on the right, the twiddly knobs. So, no. So Tamiya Junior EA final lining up. Got James Snashall has taken pole position in this with the TQ from the winner last time, Xavi. Xavi there with a lovely white GTE car. It's Fergus Clark in third, Ellie Smith, well done Ellie, in fourth, Mikey Noble P5, Ellis Whiffin P6 from Chloe Snashall P7, Frankie Fletcher, young Frankie Fletcher P8. Oh, and oh, hold on, Michael. Yeah. Oh, and they're away. Oh, that looks like Xavi, who's taken a tumble in turn number one. A little bit of Lexon in the midfield. No, that's car two, Xavi, who's away. Car two, Xavi in the GT car. So Xavi Trebo we're following around in the lead. Whoa, it's a big spin. Big spin in these slippery wet conditions. That's James Snashall in second, followed now by Mikey Noble, car number 5. He's made it up to third from Ellie Smith. Scott over the line in fifth from Fergus. Chloe in the purple car in seventh from Frankie in the truck. Best looking car in the paddock, that. Ellis and George. That's George in the orange car. I think that's Ellis that just spun round, or was that Xavi? I can't quite see on the screen here. I think that's Xavi up the straight. Good speed. Here's Tamiya TTO2. He's coming up behind Frankie. Zoom past Frankie Fletcher. I think that's called taking the curbs. That's Frankie Fletcher we're having a look at here in his lovely hot rod truck. Nice driving, Frankie, well done. Car number 8, Frankie, sitting in P8. Let's see Frankie up the straight. Very nice driving from young Frankie. Just 5 years old, I think. Fastest 5-year-old in RC. The carnage all around. Oh. Oh, George. I think that was Chloe who did well to survive the carnage in the chicane there. As you can imagine, pretty hard to keep track of these races. In fact, that was Ellie. I beg your pardon, Ellie. It was Ellie Smith, car number 4 there, with the pink front, the blue stripe, and the white rear. Then Mikey Noble giving chase. It's a good little dice between these two. Oh, Mikey's taking a bit too much curb there, thrown up into the air. Ellie driving very well. And I think that's the leader we've picked up on again now with the Ford GT replica TT02. Xavi Trebo come from P2 on the grid. Quite a comfortable lead just now for Xavi. He's got a lap on everyone. Mikey and Ellie are P2 and P3. Ellie, in fact, on the same lap as Xavi, so with 40 odd seconds to go, Ellie's in with a shout if Xavi makes a mistake. Of course, anything's possible in Tamiya Junior E. "20 seconds to go. Frankie Fletcher has just put it on the roof in front of me there. Unlucky Frankie. He's away again. Xavi round through the infield. Oh, Ellie lighting it up over the start-finish line. This is the last lap for everyone. Car 4 finished. So it's Ellie's taken second place. See if everyone can get round. There's a lot of 360 spins. Oh my lord. Oh, and that's the race done. So heart-stopping stuff from Tamiya Junior E there. So, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I realised I left it stuck on the results screen there. So you got to see the live timing, but little else. Thanks, Mark, for letting me know. Just remember to press the right button next time.
Time score screen up, was it?
So it looks like a little pause in the action here. Paul, Peter, Simon, I think have all called it a day in the rain, so we'll be waiting just for a few minutes for race number 4.
Yeah, I gotta get some. Yeah, nice one. See ya. Oh, you're gonna get a lap? Come on, get the points!
So a cheeky result for Paul Johnson there. Just managed to sneak in at the end, get 3 laps in and score himself some quality points. So it's race 4 now, lining up on the grid, just coming out for their half sighting lap. 1 minute to go. This class called KOC GT. This is pretty much any chassis, but most of them are Tamiya TT02s that are fully hopped up. Seems to be a bit of a sighting lap going on. So all of these cars, hopped up GT cars, hopped up Tamiyas. I think there's some front wheel drive cars in there, front wheel drive touring cars, and even a couple of X-rays. Hello Glenn, how are you doing mate? Where are you on the grid, Glenn?
Did I count?
Somebody just did.
Yeah, that was close. No, both of us had receivers go before we come on.
Be alright.
I think Simon's not here either, so...
No, Simon didn't go out.
No one's even
Oh, this is carnage now. The start is going to happen just before everyone's on the grid, but this is the GT cars, as I say. These are... Oh, there's a dead one on the grid. Hopefully no one hits it. Oh. So I think technically there was quite a big jump start there. So these cars, mostly Tamiya TT02s, full of hop-ups with GT style body shells. There's a few Lamborghinis out there, a few Ford GT40s. I think there's a Mercedes AMG or 2 and a couple of Tamiya Raikiris. So Craig Hook away in the lead from, I think that's Andy Travis, car number 2, giving chase. Andy took TQ and won both finals in the first round at Aldershot. I know that Craig, the local driver from Ada, determined to do something about that. I think that's car number 2 that's giving him chase. Oh, and there's contact there and they're out. Oh, sort that one out, referee. Yep, that was Craig and Andy, but back on track, but there's the red car and the blue car in front. I can't quite see the numbers on those. A spin from the blue car and the red cars let Craig back through. So got car 1, Craig. I think that's Tim Harrop in car number 5 in the blue car. Tim, the reigning GT champion here at King of Clubs. Won a decided championship victory last year. Was very hard to beat. But with Craig and Andy Travis joining the class, there's a bit more of a competition here now. Shaping up to be a very good race. So Craig Hook from Tim Harrop, Andy Travis, and it's Richard Ludlam in the red car who's giving them chase as well, followed by Barry Wibley, Bernie Hook, Steve Adams, young Finn Lanaway, second place in Tamiya Junior E last year, and Simon Simmons. Mike Collins didn't start. So Andy Travis made it up into second place, managed to get past Tim Harrop. Up the straight, round the sweeper. Ooh, everyone looking a little bit nervous. Not a lot of grip up there. Andy Travis looks to have the pace, but can he get past Craig? Bit of a race of attrition in these conditions. He who does not make a mistake shall win. Up the straight for the 8th time. Just coming up to the 3-minute marker. Craig Hook leading from Andy Travis, Tim Harrop in the blue cars. Nothing in it between these three. Barely a second as they cross the line. Starting lap number 9. Actually, Tim Harrop setting the fastest lap of the race on that last lap. So little mistake for Tim there, but he's definitely got the pace. Andy Travis now into the lead. Currently the championship leader, so Craig will be keen to get back in front, but can Andy pull away? Craig looks to have the pace to catch him, to be honest. So they're coming up to some back markers. I think that's Finn Lanaway, He's giving it sideways through the chicane. Aggressive driving from Craig in the chicane there. He wants this. Craig driving a TT02, Tamiya TT02. I think Andy Travis is driving the TC01, which is the Formula E replica. I think a bit of a mistake there in the bottom of the track there for Craig. It's opened up a bit of a gap. 4-minute marker gone, so 1 minute to go. It's about 3 laps, 2.5 laps maybe for these guys at this pace. Craig's caught right up now, right on the back, having a look to pass this first final of KOC, and he's through. Oh no! Andy Travis back through in the sweeper. Round the outside for Craig. It's not where you want to be on the outside round there, but can he cut back and catch up on this next lap? Andy Travis down into the hairpin, up to the sweeper, onto the straight. Craig lost a bit of time there. This race could well be done now with just 20 seconds left to go. Little bit of a gap. I think it's going to take a mistake for Andy Travis for Craig to be back in the running here. Into the infield. Oh, he's closed right up, but that's the timer gone. So this is the last lap. This is a race to the line now. Oh, I think they've tagged each other there. So race to the line for the win. Andy Travis in the blue, Craig in the red car, red and yellow car. Back markers getting out of the way. Oh, big sideways through the chicane. That's a win for Andy Travis from Craig. Tim Harrop in third. Great race. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen. What a good race. Let's have a little look at that result. That's a win for Andy Travis. Craig Hook in second, car 1. Tim Harrop in third, with Barry Wibley, a good drive for him, up from 6th on the grid to finish in 4th. From Bernie Hook, Richard Ludlam, Steve Adams, Finn Lanaway, Simon bringing up the rear. Oh, Mike Collins did get a lap in there. I didn't think Mike had started. Apologies, Mike. Cracking race. Let's have more of that. Good race, Andy. Well done. Cracking race. Good race. So Andy Travis just came past picking up his car, saying that was fun but really, really hard. Obviously the conditions are proving really challenging even for the best drivers. Race 5, got F1, just 20 seconds to go. We might want to stop the clock.
I had to redo the zoom because it was a bit blurry, yeah. Bernie, that one. Where'd you end up? Barry, where'd you end up?
So, race number 5, F1. We've got Rob Baxter from Aldershot Model Car Club. He's been selected for the team today, so... Oh, he's not there. So, pole position sitting empty. Jonathan Ellis, P2. The young Jonathan's had a good day so far. From Paul Ellis, Aidan Gale, Darren Gale, Ben DeVizzo, Dave Mitchell and Jason McConaughey. I don't think either of those two are on the grid. So, let's watch them off the line. 5 seconds. Clean start from Jonathan. Dad Paul driving very carefully behind. He looks positively serene after the last race. Oh, big slide there for Jonathan. Letting Dad pass. He won't be happy with that. I don't mean to take sides, strictly neutral of course in the commentary box here, but come on Jonathan! It's like driving on ice, isn't it? These F1 cars. Look at them. Is that right?
The Junior V's, do both finals get a trophy?
They all get a trophy at the end.
They all get.
Every one of them.
Okay.
We don't do we're only doing the championship for them later.
Yeah. The bounce has gone out. He's had the biggest smile on his face anyway, so
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love it. So just coming up to the 3-minute marker, Paul Ellis at the front as per usual. He's been a bit dominant in this championship, Paul, recently. But Jonathan right behind him. Come on, Jonathan. Aidan Gale's up from P4 into 3rd place. Chased by Darren, Dave, Jason McConomy and Ben. Rob Baxter made his way to the back. Of course, these conditions are very tricky for these electric RC cars. Water and electricity don't mix, and so a lot of preparation goes into waterproofing everything from the servo, the receiver, speed controller, even the transponder, the PT needs waterproofing. So if you're not confident that your car's waterproof, you're going to sit it out, because a lot of expensive kit can go pop. So very gentlemanly race this F1 so far, after the carnage of GT, which was pretty hot stuff. Oh, car on the straight. Oh, he's done. So I think that's Paul onto the start-finish straight up there that cameraman Stu is following. Let's see. Yep, and that's Jonathan on the straight behind him. So come on, Jonathan. Just need a marshal to give the white car a little bit of a nudge, give Jonathan a catch up. Very nice and gently through the chicane. I have to say, Jonathan driving very well. It's only a matter of time really before he hits the front and gets past Dad. The rumour is that's the end of the hobby when that starts happening, and they'll be staying at home and doing something else, but that's only a rumour around the pits. There's a beep. So race to the line now for Paul to take the win. And there you go, that's Paul Ellis taking the win for West London Club from Jonathan, Aidan Gale, Darren Gale, Jason McConomy, Dave Mitchell and Ben DeVito. That's race over. Have a little look at the result. So that was a win for about 5 seconds there for Paul. Jonathan kept him honest for the first few laps. They had to drive very carefully in order not to make a mistake. One mistake could have let him right back in it.
Jack, Charlie not out? Oh.
So, welcome back. 30 seconds to go for the 13.5 Blinky final. Car 1, Marcus Askell, factory X-ray driver. From car 2, Ash Whiffen. I think Ash is driving the automatics. From Danny Young, I think Danny's driving a Schumacher, I'm not completely sure. From Damien Giddens, Jack Collins, Charlie Colby and Mark. Let's go racing. Let's check them out off the start. That's a clean start for the front two. These two gave us a great series of races at Aldershot. So it's the white car with the orange stripes is Marcus Askell. And the X-ray followed closely by Ash Whiffen in the white and purple car, his signature colours. He's been his colours for a very long time. Oh, he's hitting the front there, Ash. So here we are, we're on for a race. Marcus running a bit wide there. Ash nice and tight. Oh, Marcus's car looking very, very loose. But he's pulled a big gap there, just in two corners. So something happened to Ash. Didn't quite see what happened there. Big gap pulled out in just that last lap. So Ash obviously lost a lot of traction in the infield last time. Really treacherous conditions. Wet in places, but then dry and greasy, sort of slicky, greasy, horrible in other places. Really is the worst of conditions. I'm sure the drivers would rather it was actually raining and properly wet than this. Marcus's cat. So, oh wow, nice save there from Ash. Massive oversteer into the sweeper. He's pulled the gap back. So whilst the cars are looking rather nervous to drive, we do have a race on. Right, Betsy. Oh, wait a minute. So just off camera there, interesting conversation with the referee. Chris Betts noticing a lot of drivers cutting the track slightly, going over the black. The track limits are the yellow the yellow and black curb, so the plain black and the blue in the infield, that's actually cutting the track. But in these conditions, very difficult to tell whether drivers are doing that just to try and catch a sneaky extra tenth or two, or actually just finding it very difficult to time their turning in because it is so slippery. As the race has progressed here, it looks like Marcus Askell's got a lead about half a lap from Ash Whiffen. Damien Giddens up into third now. I think Damien is in the blue car, which rumour has it is Tony Watt's Tamiya, so a bit of West London team support going on there. Danny Young in the white car in fourth, just down to the hairpin. So I think that's nice driving for Danny, just letting Marcus through. And that's Danny Young that Stu's following there for just a few laps. Terrific racer, Danny. I think it's her first drive in this car, so doing very, very well considering how bad the conditions are. Not ideal conditions at all for your first drive in a new car. And we picked up Damo in the blue and white. I think that's a Tamiya TRF under there. That'll be driven by Tony Watts in the 17.5 class a little bit later on. You can see the extra speed of the 13.5 blitzing past up the straight into the sweeper. Let's try and understand the size of the gap here. Yeah, it's more or less a lap. Hello, Frankie. Hi, guys. Oh, brilliant. Do you want to put it up there and we'll just pop it there and we'll give it to someone when they come by. So, Tamiya dog bone just being handed in to me here from one of the drivers, found it on the track. They tend to pop out occasionally with a contact with wood. Frankie Fletcher's come to the side of the track. He's watching Mum race. So just 10 seconds to go. 5 seconds. Look like, is Marcus going to get another lap? No, he's not. There you go. That's a race win for Marcus Askell in the X-Ray. Second place just coming up, Ash Whiffen, still got to finish his race. Third, Damien Giddens. Fourth, Danny Young. Fifth, Jack Collins. I think Jack's car died. And Mark Nasumoto in sixth.
I think that's Riley.
So, as a look at the result there, race 6, 13.5 blinky final. Win, as I say, for Marcus Askell. He, championship leader now. After that race win. Fastest lap of the race too, the 21.73. Race 7 next, the 17.5 Blinky Touring Car C final. Unlucky, Ash. You were there at the start, weren't you?
Yeah. They just can't maintain tyre temperature at all.
Bet everyone very lot of oversteer into caught you timing the turning.
Every time you go out, it's still slightly different.
Very difficult conditions. Right, so here we go. 17.5 Blinky Touring Car C final. Should be Simon Barrett on pole position. That's the green car from Nick Carey in second. Well done, Nick. David Standing in third from John Nye. Chris Sheldrake, I think, is stepping this one out. Mark Knight and Ross Stevens. Hello, Nigel. Colchester team captain Nigel Philpott's just come to say hello. I think he's preparing for his interview a little bit later on. So 10 seconds, let's see him off the start. Oh, clean start from Simon. Not so much for Nick, who's put it on his roof and back again. And so that's let the red and yellow car back to have a look. That's car number 7, I think that was. Was that car number 7? It looks like one of Ross's paint jobs. Well, a lot of 360 spins going on. Not so for Simon's car, which looks, whoa, ooh, kiss of death. Commentator's curse there. Simon, who has not been spinning it up to that point, but there you go, he's done the 360 now, just like everybody else. Sorry about that, Simon, that's my fault. Oh, and it's gone again. Yeah, totally, I take responsibility for that. That's a big lead for Simon there. Oh, not so much now, he's turned it backwards, which is letting Ross, oh, hello. Well done, Jack, well done, Marshall, just putting the track back straight. But Ross Stevens in second is not out of this by any stretch. Only just over a minute gone, and Ross is catching hand over fist. Bit too much curb there for Simon, sent his car into the air, whereas Ross is driving nice and steadily now, getting a bit more traction. The rain pitter-pattering down. Awful rain weather, yuck. Why couldn't it have been yesterday? Glorious sunshine all day yesterday. Here at Ada Model Car Club, Shoreham by Sea. It's supposed to be sunny Shoreham. Ross is for sure catching the lead of Simon in this one. Oh, I just checked my team selection seats, and looks like Ross Stevens hasn't been selected for the Eastbourne team. Well, that looks like a mistake based on this final, because oh, maybe not a mistake. Looks like Ross's car has just died. Dead car with some water and electricity combination not working. So that's taken the pressure off Simon. Three minutes gone, 2 minutes to go. All Simon has to do now is keep it together and keep the water out of the electrics, and he's got to see final race win. Oh, that's Nick Carey we're having a look at now. Very tastefully painted race paint on Nick's car, was like that fluoro green and black design that he has. Very smart. I think he drives an X-Ray. Does he drive an X-Ray, Nick? Nicely through the chicane. Yep, that looked like an X-Ray under there. The telltale orange alley suspension holders. Running in second place at the moment, but Simon is well away, over a lap in front now. Both Ross and John Nye DNF'd. What happened to John? Did it conk out? Oh, did he? Oh, we've picked up the leader again. That's Simon Barrett. The bips have gone. So race the line for Simon to take the win. And so he does. Let's see final win for Simon Barrett. Well done, Simon. Nick Carey taking second place. And that's the race over. So 17.5B final. Race referee Chris Betsy. Race referee Chris Betts there giving drivers their instructions. Oh, the green car is going to get stopped. Former BRCA national race referee Betsy, so he knows the rules and he knows his stuff. So David Clift in pole position from Gareth Hobson, Tony Watts, Mick Hendy, George Munns, Mark Payne, Rob Saul, David Usher, Nigel Philpotton, Mark Burrell. Just 10 seconds, so we'll have a quick look at that qualifying for you there, ladies and gentlemen. 10 seconds, we're counting down. Let's see them off the start. Oh, good start for Dave. Gareth's away as well, and Tony. So a bit of bashing going on in the background. But Dave and Gareth, Tony away well too. So that's Mick Hendy now up into second. So Dave, Mick Hendy, Tony Watts from Gareth Hobson. And we've got a race. Oh! And he's spun out there, Dave, so he's back to third, letting Mick Hendy through in the lead. From Tony, everyone's running wide. In through the chicane, bump, bump, bump. So Mick Hendy, Tony Watts. Oh, and Dave's parked it on the curb. Unlucky Dave. He's got some catching up to do now. Mick Hendy in the lead. From Tony Watts in the Tamiya and Gareth Hobson. Tony from West London, Mick, the chairman of Ada Club. This is obviously his home track. And Gareth Hobson from Eastbourne Club. Just checking out Liam Hendy's team selections to see if he'd picked Dad, given that Dad is leading the B final, and I noticed, no he hasn't, oh dear. Tony stuck it on the roof there into the chicane, gets a kiss from the green car for his luck. Clifty had been selected, so Dave Clift had been selected for the Aldershot team, and he's on a charge, Dave. He's catching up with Dave Clift. He's currently in third position, Dave, catching up with Gareth Hobson, I should say, beg your pardon. But Mick Hendy is away with it in the front, just needs to keep his head, keep cool. It's all about driving steady and not making mistakes just now. Mick onto the start-finish straight. That's Gareth Hobson we've picked up there. Very nice white, yellow and red race paint scheme. Runs very deep and wide on the sweeper. Treacherous out there into the infield. Round this left and very tricky turn in here. See how much understeer he had there. Could barely get it turned in time for the corner. How's the gaps looking? Looks like Dave's catching him very slowly, but not by much. Mick Hendy's pulling away now in front. There's Gareth through the chicane. Dave Clift definitely catching him now. Oh, but he's beached it on the curb again. Oh dear, Dave. Looking to take a little bit too much curb to shorten the track, and the sausage curb caught him out. So the race order: Mick Hendy coming over the start finish line now, out of shot. Gareth Hobson over the line. Dave Clift over the line. From David Usher and Tony Watts. Tony Watts there just over the line, as we can see in the bottom of our screen. But the race on track at the moment looks to be between Dave Clift and David Usher. They're very closely matched. Oh. And a mistake from Mick Hendy has let Gareth right back in it, and Gareth's now in the lead. So Gareth Hobson from Eastbourne Club. And a race referee's letting the other driver know that this is the leaders coming, so he can let them through. Mick Hendy looking very racy. He's wanting to find a way past, but in these conditions, very, very tricky. Oh, a bit too much curb there, Mick. Oh, very cheeky. But he's taken the lead. Gareth turning it tight. He'll be back on him any second now. He's leapt out of the start-finish straight though. Mick's car's looking quick. Gareth getting away with a bit of curb contact there. Dave Clift now back in the mix, not far behind Gareth. So 4 minutes 20 gone, and this race is well and truly on. Podium positions are not sorted, and Dave Clift's looking like way past Gareth. Did he get there? No, not quite, but up the straight, neck and neck. He's going to have a look on the inside here. Gareth's running wide again. That'll be Dave up the inside, and Dave Clift through into second place. Lovely move. Well done, Dave. Very nice pass manoeuvre that was. He's got some grip through the chicane as well. Dave's car's looking like he's got a bit more grip than everybody else. Can he do anything about Mick? How far away is Mick? Not far enough. Oh, but there's only 5 seconds left. So this looks like it's going to be the last lap. 3 seconds. 2. Oh, and it's a race to the line. Clifty could well have it. A race to the line. Oh, and a bit too early on the gas. Spun it out. That's a win for Mick Hendy from Dave Clift, from Gareth Hodgson. Brilliant race. Thank you very much. Great racing, guys. Well done. And Tony over the line. Fantastic race, that one. That's a win for car number 4, Mr. Michael Hendy. Unbelievable. Should have a word with Liam. Was not selected for the team. From Dave Clift, who I think was selected. Yeah, Cliffy was selected. Had good points there for Aldershot Club. Gareth Hobson in 3rd. David Usher in 4th. Tony Watts in 5th. Mark Payne in 6th from Nigel and Mark Burrell. 17.5A final. Oh, we've got a hello here from Lansing, Michigan, USA. Good luck, Basil Airbrush, says Scott Warden. Thanks very much for that, Scott. I hope you got a bit nicer weather in Michigan than we've got here at Ada Island just now. At Basil Airbrush, he's got fans worldwide. So fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. This is the race to watch. This is a 17.5A final. Some of the best drivers in the country in this race.
And I believe that this little notice might be for some of you as well. This is not the racing track. This is the racing track.
So, qualifying positions here, 17.5A final. Glenn Westwood from Aldershot Club in pole positions, TQ'd. From Billy Fletcher of Eastbourne, P2. Liam Hendy, local driver, P3. Tim Langdell, P4. Dave Ringsell, fantastic qualifying for Dave, up in P5 in the A. Matt Quinlisk, P6. From Mark Bonito, Billy Kavanagh, Joe and Ross. It's counting down from 10 seconds. Let's catch them off the start. Oh no, Glenn's got a dead car start. I think that's let Billy through. Oh, what a shame for Glenn that is. So, Billy Fletcher is the lead there from Liam Hendy. Dave Ringsell in third, Timmy Langdell in fourth. Can't see the white and the blue cars there. Oh, that's Ross DeLander who's beached it on the curb. So it looks like Liam's away in the lead now. So, Liam Hendy away in the lead here. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I couldn't quite see what was going on there. I lost Billy's car for a little bit, but there is Billy. He's still on track. So, Liam Hendy in the lead from Billy Fletcher, Tim Langdell. Joe Jennifer from Aldershot is in fourth position. Third position for Joe. From Matt Quinlisk and Mark. There's Liam over the start-finish line. Followed by Billy Fletcher, followed by Timmy Langdell. Now, something must be wrong with the timing screen here because Billy Fletcher is showing down in 7th. Did he stop, did he? Ah, so Billy Fletcher's actually running in 7th position. I think he had to stop for some reason. So that's Tim Langdell we're having a look at there. Chris Betts keeping a close eye on the timing screen. And Ross DeLander's beached on the curb again. So Dave Ringsell we're looking at there. Dave car 5 is currently showing as P8. It's giving chase to Matt Quinlisk in the blue and white car. That's Dave's car been looking very good all the way through qualifying, and he's oh, a bit of oversteer there on the corner exit. He's chasing down Matt Quinlisk. Liam Hendy away with it in the front from Timmy Langdell and Matt Quinlisk. So it's an Ada 1, 2, 3 at the front of this race. From Mark Bonito, Colchester, Billy Fletcher, Eastbourne, Ross DeLander from Aldershot, Dave Ringsell, West London. Lovely driving there from Matt Quinlisk, doing a little bit of a 360 pirouette, just showing off he knew he was on camera then. Hopefully when this race is done we can have a word with the race referee, find out what happened at the start there, because there was a lot of chaos at the start. Something obviously went wrong for Glenn's car, a pole position. I don't know if that was electrics or a spur gear went. Very frustrating, disappointing for a racer when that happens. So drop back to watching Liam Hendy going through now. That's Liam in the yellow and purple car. It's Tim Langdell who's chasing him, but I can't see Tim on track at the moment. That's Liam's just past Dave Ringsell. So the pips have gone. A win for Liam. Timmy Langdell, car 4, has also finished. Second position from Matt Quinless. Billy Fletcher making his way back up to 4th. From Mark, Ross, Dave, Joe. Unfortunately, Glenn and Billy did not start.
Nah, it's got wet now. Let's try to tie it. So what happened was, Dave... Recording. It always gets me a try.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've just got race referee Chris Betts here, who's just going to give us a quick explanation about what happened at the start of that 17.5A final, because there was quite a lot of action and I couldn't quite keep up.
So at the start of that final, unfortunately there was an incident for car 1 coming off the line. It didn't seem to have too much drive. That made it a bit of a... it ganged a fair few drivers up. Liam Hendy seemed to get a nice lead out on that one. You had 4 cars coming onto the timing line in front of the rostrum. You unfortunately had us coming together with Dave and Tim Langdale. Timmy, fair play, on the rostrum said to Dave, you know, it was nothing on their behalf. There was no intent or anything like that. And Timmy said he was quite happy to give the place up. However, I called it that he needed to go back to the end of that train, because it also... Dave would have gained an advantage over 2 drivers that weren't involved in that incident. I've spoken to Dave after the run. He said, yeah, I can see that point, and fair play, I totally agree. So they've all walked off happy and everything. I didn't want to ruin Dave's race, because Dave did lose a lap, so I spoke to race control and got a lap added back onto it, and we're playing toy cars and having a laugh.
So all fair in the end and all worked out. Nice one. Thank you very much, Chris, for that explanation. Oh. And we're back with the Tamiya Junior E straight off the bat, just while Chris was finalising that explanation. So it sounded like Glenn Westwood, from pole position, his car didn't get away. I don't know if that was an electrical failure or a mechanical failure. That something obviously went wrong, and then there's a little bit of pile up on the start, and then the 4 drivers that got through that the best, coming over the start-finish line, a little bit of a coming together. The ref called it that Dave needed to, or Timmy needed to step back and back to the end of the group, added an extra lap for Dave, so it all sorted itself out, but it was pretty hard to follow at the time. We shall see how we get on in the second race. Meanwhile, Tamiya Junior E, Matthew Little's away in the lead again. And this is Hannah just going down in front of me here with her lovely Tamiya Rakiri body shell. And Oliver Han in the Red Bull colours. It's the Eastbourne club car, I believe. Young Oliver is his first time out on track today. First time racing RC cars. Absolutely loving it. Big smile all day and was very helpful when it came to raffle time, drawing the numbers for me. And he's through into second place. Driving very nicely and cautiously, which is the way to go in these conditions. I see the car there, a little bit too fast around the outside, made a mistake, lost time. Slip sliding away. Oh dear, lots of curb there. When I say lots of curb, bit evil Knievel. So this is Matthew we're looking at, coming through the chicane. Very nicely, Matthew. Beautiful smooth line, easy on the power. Inside the red car, lovely driving from Matthew. Well done, sir. Oh dear, commentator's curse. Yet again. Beautiful driving, but then it's clipped too much curb and he's on his roof. Sorry about that, Matthew. I take full responsibility. Right, Tamiya Junior E, A final, leg 2, or actually, race 2. Oh, I think that's technically called a false start.
I don't even think the race was on the internet at that stage.
No.
There was a day early.
So here we go. That's James Sashel in the GT car in the pole position. Xavi, Fergus, Ellie. Oh, that's a hot start. I think that's called. I think that's a hot start. So race briefing next time, kids. You wait until the beepers before you start. Oh, look at Frankie's driving beautifully. Doesn't he drive nicely? Doesn't he? Yeah, it's lovely. It's great to see. Right, so that's car number 2. That's Xavi again, away in the lead. Hopefully the camera didn't... Oh, Ellie's car's just taken a bit of a knock. Hopefully it's all right. Oh, George is making progress in this race. And Frankie Fletcher over the line. So looks like Xavi in the lead from Mikey Noble, from James Sashel. The pole position man is down in 3rd at the moment, but making some progress now. Ellie Smith in 4th. From Fergus, Chloe, George, Frankie, Scott and Ellis Whiffin. Is there Ellis Whiffin on track? Oh yes, there he goes, over the line just now. Just coming up to 2 minutes gone. The camera's... So we're looking at the purple Lamborghini here. I'm not sure what car number that is, but it sounds like he's got a V12 in it. Oh, apparently it's a Ford GT, not a Lamborghini. I stand corrected. Fergus Clark's car. Oh, and it stopped. Has it died? Oh dear, Fergus. And that's George stuck on, beached himself on the barrier. Marshall's helping him out. That's Ellie going up the straight very nicely. Come on, Ellie. That's George and Savvy doing several laps of the straight on the same lap. Well done. And Frankie Fletcher driving beautifully through the carnage, just steadily making his way. Well done, Frankie. Ooh. There's no grip for them. Really difficult conditions. Four-wheel drifting Xavi onto the straight there. Oh, look at that, drifting around those corners. It's got a special aerodynamic wing on the back of that car, you see, giving it a little bit more air on the left-hand side than on the right, just to help him through the chicane. Oh, it's been straightened out by a collision. We're going to get some body post cutters for these guys in the raffle next time. Oh, he's taking a lot of curb. Race referee might have to have a bit of a word. Four minutes 20 gone. James back in the lead from Xavi. Well done, James. After a difficult start, he's come back into the lead. From Xavi and Mikey, Chloe, George, Frankie, Scott, Ellie's dropped down to 8th position from Fergus and Ellis Whiffen bringing up the rear. That's James, four-wheel drifting over the line. And up onto the straight, taking a little bit of the AstroTurf. So 5 minutes is gone. This is a race to the line for the win for James. Be delighted if he wins this, he will. Oh, the Fast and the Furious styling there. Oh dear. Oh, hello. Oh dear. It's carrying reverse gear and over the line. Well done, James. That's a good win. There's a lot of flexing lexing, and there was some serious corner cutting in that race. Not from Frankie, I have to say. It gets tucked at the back there, doesn't it? I pulled it out up there that one time as well. One for Dad. So that completes round 2 of the Tamiya Junior E. Oh, we've got a young man in the middle there, terribly upset because his car didn't quite make it to the finish. Never mind, young man. Best thing about racing is there's always another race. So we have a lull in the action. There are two fronties out on track. Peter and Paul. Sounds biblical. Peter and Paul on track. Very suitable for this weather. A biblical theme.
That was an interesting final.
I couldn't.
I couldn't believe a lot when I came round. do this one again.
Yeah, so we're back with the GTE A final. Race 2. Just a little bit of multitasking going on here, I'm afraid, as I'm totting up the scores for the team competition. Unlucky Billy.
Oh yeah, very unlucky.
Hmm.
Is your commentary on the live stream?
Yeah, I found the beginning of that race quite hard to, because it all just kicked off and.
I was well out of time. I couldn't get one single beat. Once the car got smashed up.
Was it the start line crash?
Yeah, yeah. Someone didn't get off the line. I think it was
Glenn's car didn't go. Yeah, I don't know if that was electrical or spur or. Right, GT A final. This was a brilliant race last time. Let's have a little look at this time. So everyone's away cleanly. Barry, Andy, Rich Ludlam, I think, in third. Tim. So whilst we're watching this race, looks like another duke 'em up fight at the front between the front runners last time. It's Craig. Sorry, Craig, I think I called you Barry on the start line, but it's Craig from Andy Travis and Tim Harrop giving chase. Barry Wibley and Rich Ludlam behind doing well. But Tim's come through very nicely off the grid. I think that's Barry Wibley looking pretty racy behind him in the fluoro car. Yep, he's going to be taking this place any moment, but up front it's still Craig aka Barry from Andy Travis. Took all the way to the last lap, last corner to sort this one out first time round, so let's see how they get on this time. But to be honest, Barry Wibley looks like he's going to be in touch with them very soon. He's found some grip. I think there's a few drivers in the pits who would like. Oh, and a rare mistake from Andy Travis there. Spin round the sweeper on the curves, pulled him back into the clutches of Barry. So a little bit of a gap now at the front. Craig, Andy, Barry Wibley, Bernie Hooks now in 4th position from Tim Harrop, not having such a good race this time round, with Rich Ludlam in 6th, Steve Adams P7, Mike Collins P8, Simon and Finley sitting this one out. So slowly but surely Andy has caught back up with the leader. Only a couple of tenths in it now. Very nice driving from Craig up front. Andy's able to run slightly tighter lines everywhere. to tighten up the team scores. And watching this race, West London look like they might be coming through for a good result in the teams. He was right on him. Did he pass and got back?
Very close.
Looking racy. So Craig seems to be better through the fast parts of the track, and then we get into the twisties and Andy's all over. He can run much tighter through the twisty bits in the infield here. Then we get round here to the fast sweeper hairpin onto the straight, and this is where Craig seems to find his time. Look at that, leaping out of the corner there. Running a little bit too much curve here. Oh, but he's out in the front. That mistake from Craig has let Andy through. So let's see what Craig's got now. Andy's in the lead. It's harder to lead than it is to follow, they say, but this final lap, this will put it to the test. Oh, an EWS free entry for Dave Ringsell, we're saying. Social media, please. Oh, very sporting there from Craig. So another win for Andy Travis from Craig. Show us your t-shirt. There we go. And entries, please, for Dave Ringsell. I don't think anyone else is doing it, Dave. I mean, you're a shoe-in. It was a whole season free, wasn't it?
I ain't got a clue.
You must have
It was only when you said something about it, I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, where's all the fucking, where are they? Oh, they are.
Oh yeah. That's the only time I've ever been here. 2011, the half circuit with a Mini. So I learned nothing. Yeah. Well, I turned up about 3 weeks before that, and it was -7 I got there. It was a bit cold. Yeah, I went straight on the rides. I know Stuart Rand was like, oh yeah, go on the slicks. So I was like, you don't learn anything. So I drive the car on on the tyres just to know what they do. But this this was 4 AM for me to leave from Bristol, so for me to go on a club night, club day, it's like, yeah. That's commitment. I'll feel it when I'm on the drive home, but yeah. Oh yeah. That's the problem. Any little gap you leave, I'm gonna have it. That's the That's what I like to do. I just like to chip it, because at the start I was very close to you. I was just trying to not hit you, but sort of bully you into a mistake, as it were. So. Yeah, I just hit that too much and just spun it out. I was like, that's frustrating more than anything, and I spent the whole race catching you back up. It was
Did it not come out? I'd have to, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I do that. I go full send, and then it was
Where did yours qualify?
I could watch where you were at all times. I could see there were some lines where you drifted out a bit wide. I thought I could try and sneak up and make the move. Yeah, yeah, you left the door. I took it.
I'm going to race you now.
You ain't got a bib on.
Yeah. Have they ever won one? Yeah. Yeah. Where do we come?
They said they got good tyres for you, but I still don't think it's making much
brilliant.
difference. They're just too long. I think that's the problem. It's too long for it. Basically, it's polar opposite of an LMP12 car. It's short and wide, and they're like long and narrow. It's even the ETF are quite great. They don't look impressive.
Yeah. Too late.
Touring car. Well, hopefully the GT car.
Slow motion racing. Virtual safety car.
So back for the 13.5 final.
Hold on. Hey, go to the corner. Take it off the second.
Clean start for Marcus and Ash. Danny in behind. Damo. Oh, it's a big track cut there. Oh, Marcus is away with this one already. Stretching away from Ash. All of these guys look like they found some grip. Oh, sorry Ash, that was, oh dear, and a mistake from Marcus. That was a rare mistake. So Ash Whiffen now up to the point. Marcus in behind. Commentators curse there with the grip comment. Must be the promoter in me looking for a decent race. Oh, and Marcus straight back past up the inside on the sweeper. Very nice move. Oh, and a lovely pass back from Ash. This is the dice we wanted to see. Oh, Chris Betsy will be having a word about that little bit of curb in action, but no, Ash let him back through. Oh, oh dear. That's a shame. So, a couple of lacks of action there, and back to how we were. Marcus a little bit of a lead over Ash before the 360 spin on the start-finish straight cost Marcus dearly, and a little bit of a dice. Oh, and he's back up onto two wheels there. This race isn't over, is it? Four-wheel drifting round the sweeper from Ash Whiffen there. These tyres obviously losing their heat lap after lap and losing grip. The first two laps were deceptive in terms of the stickiness of the tyres. A 2-minute mark, 3 minutes to go. Just having a look. It's Charlie, Damo, and Dame. That's Charlie, Damien Giddings, and Danny. That's Danny on her roof. The battle's back on by the looks of it. Incredibly fast, these cars. Look at the speed at the straight, jumping out of that sweeper. So Marcus from Ash, Damo, Danny. According to this, Jack Collins is ahead of Charlie, but I'm not sure Jack's out there. So Charlie's PT's not picking up, because actually Charlie is just ahead of Damo on track, but obviously his transponder's not working and it's not picking him up. 4 minutes down. Marcus just 2 seconds ahead of Ash. Seems to find some grip out of the hairpin down the bottom there, leaps away every lap, and then Ash seems to draw him in a little bit through the infield. Just coming up to lap Charlie and Damo, who are in a race for the final podium position themselves. Well driven, everybody. That worked out nicely. 10 seconds to go. Will Marcus get another lap? Oh, there's a spin from Damo. Let Charlie back through. And that's a win for Marcus Haskell. That's Charlie over the line. Damo in third according to the timing screen, but fourth on track with Charlie just ahead of him. Ash Whiffen in second from Danny.
Alright, I'm going right, I'm going to take this fucking thing off, it's doing my head in.
Liam's got it!
So 17.5 B final, I think this is. Need some marshals.
Now the sun comes out.
Yeah, we'll do them in a bit, yeah.
Keep your camera out then and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, I would. Thanks, Marcus, appreciate that. So 17.5 B final, Dave Clift, Gareth Hobson, Tony Watts, Mick Hendy. Oh, Tony round the outside looking racy. And oh, very wide from Dave Clift, but he dragged them all wide with him. Gareth Snick, oh, and a tag. Oh dear, there's a bit of kissing and shoving. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Oh dear, sort that one out, referee. So that finishes up. Dave Clift got the whole length of the straight as a lead, with Mick Hendy chasing him with a body shell that's well and truly broken up front, dragging along the ground. Gareth in third. And who's that in fourth? I think that's Mark Payne in P4. No, it's Nigel. Sorry, Nigel. Didn't recognise the paint scheme. So after all that contact and action, we're more or less like as we lie in the right order, with Clifty out in front, Mick Hendy with all sorts of body shell action going on, Gareth Hobson in third. Oh, and Mick's parked it on the curb, so that's Gareth away in second. So Clifty's got this one in the bag if he can hold it together. Gareth half a lap down, but looking good. Hendy, Tony Watts. Oh, and that's Hendy on his roof. So Tony, no grip whatsoever into the chicane from car number 8. That's David Usher, who's having a good run. George Munn's there as well. So that's David. Mick leaping back through, but running too wide. Oh, four-wheel slides from everybody there. A little bit of door-to-door, kissy-kissy. Mick back up the inside at the hairpin. No, it's David straight away up the straight, and away he goes. Oh. Bit of a pirouette from Tony Watts as Mick Hendy's now back into fourth position. So Clifty away on his own up front in the fluoro yellow car, just coming into camera now, being followed by Stu. Gareth Hobson in second. Here he comes through the chicane, very nicely done, and Tony drifting it through the chicane. There's Mick P4 catching up with Tony a little bit now. Oh, Dave Usher up the inside of, I think that was Basil. Oh, Nigel looks like he's got a little bit of a problem. No, he's all right. He's back and he's away. Oh, what's Mick doing? Oh, what's Mick doing? Well, if nothing else, it's quite entertaining what's going on here. There's action everywhere to see. Mick's body shell providing the laughs for everybody. So, race order: Dave Cliff, Gareth Hodson, Tony Watts, Mick Hendy, George Munns, David Usher, Mark Payne, Nigel Philpott. So that must be Mark Payne in camera now in the green and the white. Oh, Tony's popped it on its roof. Where's Marshall? Oh dear. 4 minutes gone. He's got some work to do now to catch that one back up, Tony. Oh, trying a little bit too hard there now, giving it too much throttle. Spinny spin. And you can hear Mick Hendy coming. So that's Mick through the S's. Down into the hairpin. Back into the left, down through the bumps, into the sweeper, into the hairpin, onto the start finish. Oh, Clifty's parked it on the curbs. Where's Gareth? Not close enough to take advantage of that. Clifty all of a sudden remembering it's Sunday and having a little panic. Oh, the beeps are gone. That's Basil finished. That's Mark and Tony finished. And Clifty taking the win. Well done, Dave. Here comes Nigel over the line, spinning all four wheels. And Gareth coming over for a good second position. Mick and David. Well done, everyone. Good race. Yeah, so we're just putting the team scores up on social medias. 4th place for Eastbourne Model Car Club, reigning champions. That's 2 poor finishes in a row for the Seasiders. Won't be very happy. They'll all be getting a call from Darren, I should think, tonight. What on earth's going on over there? What was that? So 17.5 A final, race 2. Oh no, dead cars. Oh no. So some electrical gremlin keeps grabbing hold of Glenn's car there. He was definitely going just moments before the start. So it looks like Billy in the lead from Timmy Langdell. Oh, Tim up the inside. Oh, that's a nice pass. So Tim Langdell away in the front. Billy Fletcher. Looks like Matt Quinlisk in 3rd. Dave Ringsell. Billy Kavanagh. There's Dave and Ringsell side by side up the straight. Dave and Ringsell. What am I talking about? Oh, Marshall. So things settle down a little bit. It's Billy from Tim Langdell, Matt Quinliss, Billy Kavanagh, Mark Bonito, Dave Ringsell, Glenn, Liam, Joe and Ross not managing to start. So this is a good race up the front between Billy and Timmy. Definitely able to run tighter lines, Tim. defensive driving down into these hairpins. Matt Quinlisk in third, hoping to pick up the pieces. So 2 minutes gone. Billy's got a small lead now over Tim. Glenn Westwood making good ground, up into 4th place. Glenn, he was almost a whole lap down. Belly coming over the start finish line. There's Tim Langdale giving chase. Fairly even spreads now. The race in a minute's going to be between Matt Quinlisk and Glenn Westwood for 3rd place. There's Billy Kavanagh and Dave Ringsell. They're having a good race. Mark Bonito's finding a little bit of grip. Oh, Glenn Westwood up to 3rd now. And there's the sun, perfectly timed. Perfect timing for the sun to come out here at sunny Shoreham by Sea. So 3.5 minutes gone, 1.5 minutes left. Billy's away in the front. Glenn reeling in Tim Langdale. He's got a second a lap on the leaders with a minute left to go. Let's see how far he can catch them. So over the line, 1 potato, 2 potato. Well, he only needs 2 laps to catch Tim. I think Billy's too far away in the lead. Oh yes, he's on him now, straight away. Oh no, the car's gone again after all of that. So Glenn had grip that the others could only wish for there, but unfortunately the electrics seemed to be playing up for him. So that's 5 minutes gone. Billy Fletcher over the line for the win. Sticking his car on his roof just for laughs. Well, let's have a look at the result there for an action-packed 17.5A final. Win for Billy Fletcher. Tim Langdale in 2nd position from Matt Quinlisk and Dave Ringsell. Billy Kavanagh making up a few positions up into 5th place from Glenn Westwood in 6th, Mark Bonito in 7th, and then Liam, Joe and Ross did not start. Well, there we go. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. That completes the day. We'll be uploading the recordings of these races on the YouTube channel. Look out for that, and we'll